Jelle P is not guilty of importing the €30 million worth of cocaine and ketamine that were found in his lorry at the end of July last year. The Urk man held his head in his hands and sobbed as the 12 jurors gave their unanimous verdict after only an hour of deliberations at Canterbury Crown Court in England. At the end of 8 months in prison on remand, Jelle P is a free man. Before he left the court, his lawyer said that Jelle was keen to recover his lorry, which has been in the hands of the UK authorities since his arrest. It perhaps gives an indication of the truck driver's plans once he's done celebrating. Earlier in the day, it had been the turn of Oliver Cook, the defence barrister, to make his final submissions on behalf of Jelle P. He opened by reminding the jury that to convict Jelle, they had to be absolutely sure that he knew the drugs were hidden among the flowers when he made the fateful trip from the Netherlands to London at the end of last year. The advocate reminded the jury that Gert P, a former alderman and school teacher, had corroborated his son's story. He asked, could the jury be sure beyond doubt that these everyday truck-driving folk were involved in an international conspiracy to export drugs? Cook pointed out too that if it was a conspiracy, then it was a pretty poor one. He reminded the jury that neither Jelle P nor his father noticed that Green Organic was a fake company, or that the consignment addresses were all wrong, or that there was anything peculiar about delivering to a deserted roadside at 2 in the morning. Surely, asked the defence barrister, if these people were fabricating a backstory, they would have made it look a lot more convincing. The truth, said Mr. Cook, was that Jelle P and his father were dupes who had been fooled into becoming international drug traffickers unawares. They didn't have the resources of the police, so how could they have properly checked out Green Organic? The real criminals have melted away and allowed Jelle P to be the fall guy, said the advocate. These doubts clearly took hold of the jury, who brought Jelle P's ordeal to an end. It was not the only thing about which his advocate was right, though. Somewhere, probably far away from this corner of England, are the real perpetrators of this crime, and they will also be celebrating tonight. Indeed, their focus probably shifted long ago to some other unwitting lorry driver. This is Tim Dawson in Canterbury, England, reporting for Omroep Flevoland.